Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of B&A Sports Talk. Now, what I did a few years ago when I first started out, I uploaded this video that was kind of fun. It was talking about the Knicks, Yankees, and Giants, because I really didn't have a topic for a full video. I'm like, why not break it down? I don't talk too much hockey here, but I want to talk about some sports, and let's get into it. Let's talk about the Knicks, because they have a game tonight. Is it 7:30 p.m.? I should have checked before it, but they play the Hawks, Game 5. I would like to see them win this game. Just, I don't want to get gentlemen swept because they feel like, oh, they were just a better team. And, we have the same record, I understand. But from what I looked at it, the Hawks changed their coach. It really was not that telling that we swept them in the regular season. And, with Tom Thibodeau, I worry about the construction of this team. Now, usually, I don't talk a lot of basketball. So I talk some theory about basketball. I don't watch every single game because I don't have the opportunity to. I watch some highlights. But it just seems like this team, they say that we're kind of in a purgatory. That's the word that people are using. And they're like, no, Washington Wizards are in a purgatory because they have Bradley Beal and they can't bring talent in. And, but Bradley Beal is loyal there. Bradley Beal wants to play there. What are we doing here? We have to trade for somebody like Bradley Beal or Donovan Mitchell, trade all of our assets. And all the free agents this year, we're talking about Chris Paul. The best one I think is available is Kawhi Leonard, but he has to opt out. It's not like he's a free agent. It's just, it's tough. It's going to be real tough. And I think PG3 as well. And Victor Oladipo. Those are some names. It's not Kevin Durant. It's not a bunch of those guys. And I'm taking a look at the team, and I'm like, I think we should be disappointed in the next. People are like, no, you got to be happy. You have to, look on the bright side. Look how well he did. Well, Tom Thibodeau is not going to work well with stars. We know, right? He's going to be shipped out because nobody's going to be like, yeah, I want to play defense. It's a bunch of grizzled veterans like Derrick Rose who are trying to win because they've never won before. Julius Randle, never won before. Alfred Payton, all these, lower guys, never won before. And then you have a bunch of this talent that we drafted over the years, Frank Ntilikina, that we can only play in the last couple minutes because they haven't really developed their game. Obi Toppin hasn't developed his shot yet. He's only a rookie. But RJ Barrett, that's the guy. That's the guy. That was the top pick. We kind of missed out on Zion. Maybe we dodged a bullet there. We're not too sure. We'll find out in the long term. Maybe he gets traded here. But, we drafted guys over the years, and it's just like none of them have worked out. Kevin Knox is not playing. He's really disappointed. He's just not falling at all, and we had to bench him the entire year. So this is a disappointment. It's good that we had this great year. The reason why this year is so great is because people see, okay, the Knicks are the sports town. That's it. But as far as the roster, we have to start from square one again. This is not like we're building up. This is hey, the Knicks, we confirmed now, okay, we kind of knew this already, but they're a basketball town. Like, we got to hope that the Nets don't win. It's never going to be a Nets town. But, you'd like to see the Milwaukee Bucks win. So then it's like, oh, the Brooklyn only got one round further than the Knicks. That's kind of funny. So it's not really about the construction of the team this year. It's not, we're not going up. And we have to get rid of Tom Thibodeau. It's going to have the Brooklyn Nets situation. But I think the Brooklyn Nets did it the wrong way because I thought there were pieces there to build off of. But then, because you had Kevin and then Kyrie, and then with James Harden, you had to get rid of everybody. So I worry a little bit about the Knicks. And we didn't really learn much this year. Besides, the Garden got more hype than it has since Linsanity. That's all it was. And it was special. It was fun, but I worry about it. Next, let's talk about the NY Yankees. The pitching is fine. There was a stat like Domingo Germán was let up like 2 home runs in multiple games. The starting pitching is fine. I worry about Corey Kluber, but Monty, you have Tyone, who feels like he's settling down a little bit. Tyone can almost be a guy where it's just, okay, we know he'll start a couple innings. We know he's going to let up a few runs. But let's just hope that our offense clicks that one day. Garrett Cole, he's fine. I worry a little bit about the Pine Tar situation developing. But these pitchers usually who are good don't need it. It just makes them a little bit better than what they normally would be. And then, who else do we have? Luis Severino's coming back. The bullpen is fun. We have some guys that are hot. We have one pitcher that's hot. I forget his name, but it's hard to pronounce. But we have Chapman, who's only allowed 1 run the entire year. Our bullpen's always going to be fine. I worry about Aaron Boone coaching, or lack thereof. That's why I worry about the Yankees. Because I don't think we ever had to really worry about Girardi. And the one time we did worry about him in the Cleveland series, I forget exactly what happened when we were down 2-0. And the team ended up rallying back. I do like, however, walking off, the fact that we have a lot of walk-offs and a lot of that stuff, it shows that this team can be special. Clint Frazier has 2 walk-off home runs in his career. Guess how many walk-offs Aaron Judge has? Only 1, and it was a walk. So, I don't know, Aaron Judge. He's not that clutch to me. Him and Giancarlo Stanton can never seem to be hot at the same time. Giancarlo is coming back, I think, soon. But, injuries keep on rattling this team. Luke Voigt has gone again. Obviously, Corey Kluber. It's like, come on, can we just have a little bit of health? But that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm sort of worried a little bit about the playoffs, but the pitching, I think it can drive us through. But we've all noticed for the past couple of years, Tanaka's been good, but the hitting, we only scored like 1 run against the Astros in the final 2 games. That wasn't no banging of trash cans that really impacted that, or buzzers or whatever. We weren't scoring. And in 2016, we basically let go of Teixeira, A-Rod, all the other dead weight. Carlos Beltran, remember he was on the team. McCann. Man, all those names kind of come back to me now. But we need lefties, and we can't get rid of Gardner. We don't have a farm system like we did back in 2016. This is it. This is the crop. This is all we're going to have. And, it's kind of scary. It's like, this is it. Like, you're hoping Frazier develops, but he's kind of hit or miss. We kind of seen a little bit of flashes. He's moved his batting average up from 140 to 185. Congratulations. The strike percentage has gone down, which I like. We're getting balls into play. That's why we have a high ground ball percentage, so it kind of comes and goes. Gary has been playing better, but you wish you got a little more than him. And Duhar is a big piece that we need to have. Like, if he could be a solid, steady state, that would be good. But we got rid of our lefties like Mike Tauchman, so it doesn't really get us a lot of flexibility to get rid of a guy like Brett Gardner. And now I want to transition to the Giants. We're talking Daniel Jones again. It's kind of become like a meme. But Chris Sims ranked him 26th on his top 40 quarterback rankings. Ahead of him will be Sam Darnold. Behind him is Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and a couple, Drew Lock. I think that's all right. I'm close to like 22, 21, just as anticipation, because I think he's going to have a good year. But basically he says, I think what's wrong, he compliments him, he goes, I think he can make every single throw. No, those outside throws, getting the ball over and out, sometimes he struggles with. He's driving the ball in the wind, a little struggle with it. But I think he's getting stronger. I think his arm's getting stronger. He just turned 24. He's getting to that peak strength. But he has good enough arm. He could make he makes 99% of the throws. It's just that you want to see special from him. You want to see, Eli Manning, Tyree type stuff. But Eli Manning didn't really have that. It was just the whole roster was better on Eli Manning in the beginning of his career, so they were winning games. Now we got to see winning this year. I would argue, people say there's more pressure on Daniel Jones this year. I would argue that there's less pressure on him. Now, Chris Sims said there's a lot of pressure on him to perform. No, there's less pressure on him to perform because Tony is going to perform for him, because Galladay is going to perform for him. All he makes it easier. It's not hard. And that's what's, I think, knowing the playbook, starting to know his weapons, being in that leadership role, having a full training camp, what that will allow him to do is basically say, you know what? I know where my players are. I don't have to worry about trying to extend this play. I can work a little bit more in rhythm. I can also work a little bit more on my ability to make more creative plays. I'm going to have a better offensive line. So basically what I'm trying to say is when the play breaks down, he's going to have a better idea how to move his feet, and he's working on that, to being choppy, working to the next lane and throwing it. He just keeps his eyes downfield a little bit too much. You got to rein him in just a little bit. Say, hey, look down. Just, look down a little bit. But the problem is, in the beginning, he was trying to learn the offense. He was trying to execute it. The worst thing in the beginning of your career to do, like Jalen Hurts does a lot, is be like, oh, shit, is it breaking down? Sometimes it's not breaking down. You're just getting a little bit superstitious. Now, with experience in the offense, he's going to be able to look down and be like, okay, there's nobody here. Or there is somebody here. And kind of look back down, look back up. Kind of get that periphery vision, not actually looking, but feeling it a little bit better. Now, he's never going to be great at it, but it's something he's going to improve on. It's something that being in this offense will do for him. And the Chris Sims ranked him at 26, again, down from 22 last year. And I'm trying to think if I have any other notes, because I don't want to leave you guys. Sometimes I leave, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mention that. And I'll mention the NFL is always changing. I want to see him continue to run, just maybe less, but always have it in the game plan. Don't take it out, because the defenses have to respect that. And just basically the way to solve it for injuries, teach JJ how to slide. That's it. Go to Go to Aaron Judge, go to Brett Gardner and the Yankees and say, how do I slide? And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Also, the injury may have caused a little bit of a mirage towards the end of the season. That's what Chris Sims mentions as well. And it's a good point. Like, he wasn't playing by himself, playing as he would. 6 games, three fumbles, but maybe they adjusted his play. They did adjust his play and said get the ball out quicker. We don't want these long developing plays to get you hit. And maybe that's something we do more a little bit this year because we realize he's good at it. And his play did improve against pretty good teams when he didn't have his full arsenal. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I guess we'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.